Are they okay?
Yeah.
What, they were or they weren't?
Yeah, well, they're off a little bit. Like that one's 7.5, this 7.38.
That was a boring story.
Go.
Welcome back, guys. Last week we explored Mulca's Cave and its interesting Dreamtime story, the fascinating 8,000 toy museum, and the 3,200 kilometre rabbit-proof fence. If you haven't seen this episode, click the link above.
So, we just got to Brookton, I think this place is called, and we just filled up, and I've been craving a paddle pop for like 2 hours. So Kiz has stopped off to get me a paddle pop. And then we are going to, I think we're going to Tommy's. All I care about right now is my paddle pop. Task 1, laundry. Task 2, fridge.
Okay.
Alright, now we've got 50 loads of washing to do and we're done.
Cool.
And we can go on adventures again.
Venture.
Good morning! It's been a while since I've been in this car.
Yeah.
I've managed to drag Kieran away from his laptop. We've both actually been glued to our laptops, and it's Easter. So we've been staying at our mate Tommy's, which has been awesome, having a bed and a kitchen, and we've just been in like trackies and socks bumming around, which has been really good. But today we decided we need to get out of the house because it's actually a really nice day. Probably going to go to Fremantle Prison because I think it looks really cool. Kieran's already done it, but I really want to do the tunnels tour and just the general prison tour because that kind of stuff really fascinates me. I'm probably going to jump into Nostelgia Box, although it is Easter weekend and all of these places are going to be so freaking busy, so we're just going to do our best. We hate crowds. Come on our little Perth adventure today. Let's see where we end up, huh?
What to do?
We do have a lot to do.
What to do?
And it's a beautiful day, so that's awesome. I'm so excited. Here's take 2 of the Nostelgia Box,
A
everyone.
lot of video games just for
Kieran's all warmed up. I'm going to suck at this.
Located in the Perth CBD, Nostelgia Box offers a true nostalgic experience when it comes to gaming. The console collection was incredible. Nintendo, Atari, Sega, to as far as the brown box made in 1967. Stories of risk versus reward was made evident due to the boom in video game and console development around the 1970s and 80s. This really gives kudos to those still around today.
It was the first like motorbike one, and you had like the handles and stuff, and it was sold or made because of the rise of Evel Knievel.
Oh, wow.
And everyone was really into him, and they literally built a console just for that. So I reckon it would have been cool using these like dials. And look how pretty this is compared to like the plastic that's issued. 79. I would totally buy you that poster.
This was the first adult game.
Oh,
X-rated. So
I wonder how X-rated it really was now.
you pretty much had to dodge arrows and you had to go to the woman in the centre to score.
I don't like that. That's horrible.
Yeah. Well,
We had to score by reaching the woman.
yeah. Who was tied to a post.
No wonder. She was sad to. She was too.
Yeah.
No wonder we're in the pickle that we're in now, hey? You are far too good at this. This game is older than me.
Try me, I'm 41 years young. Oh, we've got to finish it soon.
I finished.
This is cool.
Nah.
I love it.
Winner, chicken dinner. Is that you, bub?
Yeah,
I'm 29, but I still feel 19.
100%. Or else I would be here.
I hate it when it bounces.
I think you're playing the wrong game, bud.
It's the true lonely man's game, isn't it, hon?
Yeah.
Who's winning though?
You're in the top. You're on the leaderboard.
Get it? The memorable level of.
You ready for this?
Yeah, show us how it's done.
I couldn't have gone any more than you expected.
There's one where you have to like double jump a hole.
I know. Let's just move these so they don't get coming.
That's what happens when a game's really old. Broke did it. That's
And they never saw her again.
or the crash game.
That was so fun. What did you think?
That was cool. It got really competitive and heated in there.
Yeah, I nearly broke the PS2 and the
You
chair.
did. You left the Crash Bandicoot game frozen.
I broke the Crash Bandicoot game.
I'm pretty sure there was a kid that walked past and like, oh, it's not working.
And I really suck at Pong. I've never played Pong before. I didn't realise I was that bad at it. It was shocking.
I just know how to twist the dials.
Yeah. And I got myself a little Dobby because my parents call me Dobby. Mum and Dad will understand the inside joke.
Our next stop was to check out the heritage-listed Fremantle Prison. Fremantle Prison was previously a convict barracks back in the 19th century. It was previously known as the convict establishment. Nearly 10,000 convicts passed through the establishment between 1850 and 1868. Following a series of prison riots and growing concern for the prison's conditions, it was decommissioned by the Royal Commission. The prison is one of the largest surviving convict prisons in the world today.
But here, this was done by two men. They painted their crimes. Their names were Bill and Ben. No, they were not flower pot men. This guy's darker than Nick. That's pretty dark. They kept him there, the look of deception. That's exactly what it is. He was our last man on death row.
Next Wednesday, we take you to the stunning Pink Lake in Kalbarri, and I have an all-out war with our drone Sparky on the edge of the stunning Kalbarri coastal cliffs. Thanks for watching this week, guys, and if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, go do it now. See you next Wednesday.
It's nice to be alive. It's nice to be alive.
Next stop.